sitting near the door. You come out the living room onto a porch. So I opened the door from the porch and came in and stood between my father's legs and looked up at him and told him I hate Jesus. "Ooh," he said, "you must not say that. You must not say that." Why did you say that?" I said that because I was hungry at church today, and when I got hungry, I could go to my mother and she would open a pocketbook and give me a cookie until we got home. And I didn't have any mother today to go to ask for a cookie or tell her I was hungry. He said, "Oh, well, I tell you what, you be a good little girl. You be a good little girl. Serve Jesus and do the right things. Obey your parents, obey your neighbors. And when you die, maybe, hopefully, you go to heaven and you see your mother again." That was his words of consolation that Sunday, that I would see my mother again. But I had to be a good girl. So in my life, I tried to be a good girl because I do want to see my mother again. I met my husband when I was a sophomore in college. He was a junior. He had said that he would, if I was anything like my oldest brother, who was his roommate, that he certainly would like to meet me. So I met him my sophomore year at the opening social that the college always gave, so that students would know each other and be like a family. The thing that interested me a lot about him was how he carried himself, how he looked and dressed every day in college. He was an expert at a typewriter. He could almost make a typewriter talk. He was so perfect with it. And his major in college he was majored in business. So that is how he got this job at Betty's Junior College, because he became the business manager. He was very good. He participated in a lot of things, and one thing that attracted me a lot about him, he was an avid tennis player. And he and a friend of his by the name of Williford Poinsett from Charleston, South Carolina, were friends. And they used to go out early morning in the spring of the year, play tennis before breakfast. And they came to breakfast, I'm sure he thought looking very handsome, and I thought so too. And he really looked lovely in his tennis outfit. Not just the tennis, but he was good. Then we got married in Asbury Park, New Jersey in September 16th, 1937. After we got married, we had one daughter. Her name is Barbara Clyde Bowell. I read a story. I liked the story. And the name of the little girl in the story, her name was Barbara. And I decided in reading that story, if I ever had a daughter, her name would be Barbara. And that's how I decided to name my daughter Barbara. 9 boys decided to break the decided to break segregation in Rock Hill. They marched out from high school uptown and sat at a counter to be served. And you know what they got? Put in jail. So they wouldn't let the parents pay for their bail. They went to jail. And they had to serve their time, and so it attracted the attention of the nation, what they did, and what my daughter did too, along with a group of boys and girls in college where she worked. She was put in jail too, and they stayed there until the president of the college, North Carolina College in Durham, went down there and got the money. The entertainers, I liked Sammy Davis Jr. And I really liked the song, Bojangles. He sang many songs, but sometimes, somehow, one particular song you might think about some others. They might not have sang, other entertainers, they might not have sang that song, but there are other entertainers that I enjoyed very much. But at my age, it's a little bit hard to recall things that happened so long ago.
I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was.
My 99th birthday celebration was just simply superb. I want to say that I think something that has helped me to live as long. You see these two people out here? They are so nice to me. They couldn't be any better. I believe if I turned around and said bad things to them, they'd smile and look at me. Because they'd feel at my age I didn't know any better. I don't know, my daughter liked that kind of entertainment for me. It was in Las Vegas, Nevada, a state that and studying geography, I never dreamed that I would see this part of the country. And to make such beautiful friends, they made it so happy for me on my 99th birthday. So this point on, every time I see those people, I see their faces, but I certainly won't forget their faces for my 99th birthday celebration. When I have finished my work on this earth, I certainly, since I chose to be a teacher, a leader, I certainly would like for those persons that I taught, that I counseled, they looked at the way I lived, that I tried to be a good example, a good life, a Christian life. I tried to live the way I taught, the way I carried myself, the advice that I gave. And so, the life you live is the kind of life you hope that you instilled in those persons that you came in contact with. So that is what I tried to do. To make life worthwhile.